Imagine this. A family lunch. Pretty normal, right?
Okay.
In a quiet little town in regional Australia.
Just seems like any other Sunday gathering. Good food, family around.
Exactly. But this lunch, well, it didn't just end normally. It kicked off this deadly mystery that honestly captivated people everywhere.
It's pretty striking, isn't it? How fast a simple home-cooked meal turned into this massive legal drama.
Yeah, and it forces everyone really to think about intent. What was really going on?
That question of intent.
That's really the absolute core of this deep dive, isn't it? We're looking today at the Erin Patterson case, often called the toxic mushroom murder trial.
And the central question, the one the jury had to wrestle with, was chilling.
Absolutely. Was putting those highly poisonous death cap mushrooms into a homemade beef Wellington. Was that just a terrible, tragic accident?
Or was it something far more deliberate? A calculated act of murder? That's the question.
Right. And to really get our heads around how incredibly tough answering that is, we're leaning heavily on the live updates.
Yeah, the ones from BBC News, right as the verdict was coming in. It gives us a real sense of the key details, the arguments back and forth.
The sheer complexity of it all.
Exactly. From inside the courtroom, essentially.
So our mission today is pretty clear. We want to unpack the accusations, look at the defense arguments, and just explore the human side of it all.
The drama, the tragedy.
Yeah, behind what's become one of the most talked about trials, well, in ages. Hopefully help you understand not just what happened, but maybe why it resonates so much.
Okay, so where do we start? The basic facts.
Yeah, let's lay those out. So Erin Patterson, she's 50, mother of two. She ended up facing 3 charges of murder.
And one of attempted murder.
Right. The lunch itself, that was back in July 2023, happened at her place in Leongatha, which is in regional Victoria.
And the guests were her in-laws, Dawn and Gail Patterson, both 70.
And Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, who was 66.
And tragically, all 3 of them got sick after the meal and died just days later.
Just devastating. Heather's husband, Ian Wilkinson, he was there too. He survived incredibly.
But only after weeks in hospital in an induced coma. A really close call.
It really paints a picture of how sudden and catastrophic this was.
And there's another detail here, a crucial one that came up a lot in court.
Ah, yes. Her estranged husband, Simon Patterson.
Exactly. He'd actually been invited to that specific lunch.
But he pulled out. Last minute, apparently.
Yeah. And that wasn't just a footnote. The prosecution and presumably the jury had to think about that. Why wasn't he there? How did that fit into the sequence of events?
It adds another layer, doesn't it? So let's shift to the prosecution's case. This is where things get, well, quite pointed.
Their argument was built around deliberate action.
Right. The prosecutor, senior counsel Nanette Rogers,